Amazingly, in this hotly contested political year of 2012, in America, the slightly disunited states of America, the biggest news of all had nothing to do with either of the two leading candidates, named almost whimsically Barack and Mitt. They attracted a lot of money and a lot of attention, and each of them will attract a lot of votes, nothing like a majority, but millions of votes for each of them nevertheless. Yet neither of them was the bacon-wrapped fillet this year. That distinction quite clearly went to a gentleman named Batman, who, as you know, is also Bruce Wayne, and who is, as you know, a fictitious character. But that didn't stop him from taking center stage. The third of three movies, entitled The Dark Knight Rises, came out, and in it, Batman is in a self-imposed exile. He emerges from this funk, and he is a brooder, to stop a new villain, Bane, who is leading a populist overthrow of the wealthy few who run Gotham City, including, of course, Bruce Wayne. In doing this, Batman, who is called the Dark Knight, was merely doing what knights did historically, kick ass for kings and nobles who rewarded them with money, land, and titles, your basic quid pro quo of chivalry. But it didn't go down easy with the audience. This damn movie just about killed the liberals. They saw it and they went batshit. It stuck in their throats like they'd swallowed a fork. Here you had Batman kicking the crap out of folks who looked for all the world like the Occupy Wall Street people. And that just sickened them. That horrified them. The movie had the social agenda all wrong. Exactly backwards. At the very least, the movie should have had two versions in order to appease the two rival factions in this nation. In one, the people rise up against the rich bastards like that insufferable white bread shithead, the billionaire industrialist, Bruce Wayne, and Batman regretfully has to kick the crap out of all of them, as order must be preserved. In the other, the evil villain is about to lead the people in this revolt, but before he can do it, Bruce Wayne has an epiphany. In a dream, his fallen father speaks to him, his mother too, and they urge him to liquidate all his holdings and divide his fortune among all the citizens of Gotham City. And he does that, and he tells all his rich bastard buddies to do the same. This placates the people who only wanted what they deserved, their fair share, and they cheer madly as Batman kicks the crap out of the suddenly isolated and politically irrelevant villain, Bane. Unfortunately, only one version of the movie was made, and in it, Batman looks a lot like an enforcer for the Republicans. And this is terrible news indeed for his fan base. In the main, the world of comics belongs to the liberals. This, the comics and the liberals, is part of the counterculture. That's their turf. This is their gospel. Batman is their hero. Conservatives are reading spreadsheets, financial reports, corporate emails. They're studying their stock options. Comic books, in their view, are for children or the illiterate. They're infantile, a waste of time, part of the whole pathetically empty, sugar-coated liberal fantasy world. Therefore, it totally sucks when one of the great comic superheroes starts behaving like Newt Gingrich. It's a betrayal. It hurts. Seeing Obama lose the election, sure, that would sting, but all would not be lost. They could regroup, find another charismatic figure, and come back from the ashes to win the White House once again. But this Batman thing, this is irreversible. This is forever. This is unacceptable. An icon has been trashed. Who would do such a terrible thing? Two brothers wrote and directed this movie. And they said, responding to the objections to it, this is a work of art. Don't read anything into the politics. And they said, you could interpret the story either way, that the people are part of the evil, or the people are being manipulated by an evil mastermind. In any event, they're artists. They were not trying to send a political message. Everybody should just chill. The liberals, nursing their wounds, did their best to believe this. It's art, not politics. There was no social critique. And they'd start to feel better, until they remember the movie. And fuck it! There was their goddamn billionaire industrialist, Bruce Wayne, and his alter ego, Batman, and they sure as hell look like trickle-down, screw that tax cut, the spending, reduce the federal deficit guys, if there ever were any. And they'd start moaning and crying again. This is why liberals are called bleeding hearts. What they need to do, the Nolan brothers I mean, so the liberals can get past this and resume their lives and stop having nightmares about Superman or the Hulk making campaign fund-raising appearances for Chris Christie, is make a fourth movie, call it an epilogue to the trilogy. They could call it The Dark Knight Comes to His Senses. In it, Batman can realign himself with the people. He's hanging out in a cave along with his bats and many other desperate, out-of-work, shit-out-of-luck folks who are living on bat guano and crackers. And the villain, whoever it may be, we'll call him Crash, is backed by, or even better, is the alter ego of a twisted billionaire like Lex Luthor, and he's got a partner in crime, a fanatic preacher named Byrne, who calls for the extermination of what he calls the leeches on the society, the rotten souls he calls them, the putrid wretches, the scum, and Batman can come swooping in and kick the crap out of both of them so that life will go on and his fan base can rest easy. Come on, Hollywood, suck it up and forget that shit about your art. These are your people. Don't turn your back on them. Restore the Batman. This is the least you can do.